Hey guys, so today we're going to be doing some unboxing of cereals. The main reason why I wanted to do this is because I want to see how many pieces each cereal brand has. I'm very curious. So the brands that we have today are Simple Organic Toasted Oats, Kroger's Toasted Oats, General Mills Cheerios, Post's Oreos, and Kellogg's Apple Jacks. So I'm gonna unbox each one, and then I'm gonna count them, and I'm gonna make sure to do it very nicely and organized because I don't want to lose count. So I'm not just gonna grab one and just count it. I'm gonna put them all in nice little stacks, and that way I'll be able to do some math, a little bit of simple math, and figure it out. It'll be great. So we're gonna be starting with Apple Jacks, and I did this in the order of alphabeticalness, because Apple is the first letter of the alphabet. Well, A is the first letter of the alphabet, which Apple Jacks is spelled with A. And so Apple Jacks, there we go, the first letter of the alphabet. So far, we've got, let's see, some green guys, and we've got some orange guys. And just from the looks of it, it kind of looks like there's more orange guys than green guys. And I always thought there was going to be, 50-50 of both, because that would make sense. But I'm starting with doing the green guys. And I'm just, this is so many more questions. See what happens when you try to unbox stuff? There's even more questions than answers. So I'm gonna find out right now, and hopefully everybody else was always also asking this question themselves. And wow, I already got through the green guy. Okay, well it looks like there's quite a lot less green guys than orange guys. I would say, just doing some basic math here, almost like 15%. I mean, not 15% less. It looks like if I was doing in like 100% terms, it seems like 15% of the 100% would be green, and then the other, I don't know, 85, I guess, percent, or whatever percent that comes out to would be the orange. So that's interesting. So I'm lining them up in different stacks, as I've said before, and I'm going to be doing some simple math here coming up. I want to make sure that I do all the stacks on the table, and want to make sure I don't lose count. And this is what we had left over. I'm gonna count this real quick, do my math, and we should be good. Next, we have Cheerios. Cheerios, because C is the next letter of the alphabet. Well, technically B is, but there's no cereal that starts with B, so we got C going on, and that's what we got. So with Cheerios, as everybody knows, there's no different colors. It's all just one color, so I don't have to try to split it up, and I don't have any more questions, so that's fine. And and something I should have mentioned, the way that I start counting my pieces, I don't count pieces that are broken, because I feel like that's not fair. It's the responsibility of the brand and of the company to make sure that all their pieces are intact, because that's what they're advertising on the box. They're advertising a complete circle. They're not advertising like part of a circle and then the other part and then some random little piece. I'm not trying to do a jigsaw puzzle here. I'm just trying to eat my cereal. But right now I'm just trying to count my cereal, just to see how much cereal we got exactly. And the other thing that kind of bothered me a little bit about Cheerios was that it was a bit of false advertising, because there was supposedly a strawberries that was shown on the box. So I was assuming that there would be strawberries in the Cheerios, but I suppose that doesn't happen, because I don't understand why they have that picture there. That's a little confusing. And we already have lots of broken pieces, which I'm a little disappointed in Cheerios. I would have thought that they would have done better by now. I think they've been in business for like maybe 100 years or so. I don't even know. A considerable amount of time, and they should already get their stuff together. I don't understand how hard is it to make sure that your circles stay intact. I don't know. But anyways, I digress, as I always do. The second that I started doing this, a little known secret for everyone, I kind of immediately regretted it, because it takes a long time to count every little piece. Anyway, next we have Oreos. Oreos, because they look like O's, and yeah, that's basically why. I'm making sure I do all the ones that have the O shape. That's the whole point of this whole video, really. I didn't want to count other cereals that aren't the O shapes, because that wouldn't be fair. Maybe I'll do that in another video. I don't know. But Oreos, and so not exactly what I was expecting, really. I was expecting for them to look kind of like the sandwich cookies, for there to be the black on the outside, the white on the inside, and then the black on the outside again, like a sandwich form. but I guess my expectations are too high from cereals, and I don't know why. I don't know why. You know, I started eating cereals when I was the young, ripe age of, I think, 3 or 4. My first memory was having a spoon in my mouth with milk in it, and I don't remember what cereal I had. I should probably find that out. But that was probably one of my first memories, and so cereal is kind of something very important and special to me. And this is just something that I've always wanted to do, and I didn't have enough free time to do it until now because, you know, what else are you going to do when you're unemployed and you have a bunch of time? You count cereal. That's the answer, is you count cereal to see just how many cereal pieces are in each brand. Okay, so this is pretty much done. Next we have Kroger's Toasted Oats. Now, Kroger and Simple Truth both call their cereal Toasted Oats, but because K comes before S in the alphabetical list of things, I figured, you know, that's kind of how the cookie crumbles, basically. So here, as we see, it's all the same color again, which it's good. I don't have to do any more segregating, which is nice. Okay, so we're gonna start with these pieces right over here, and lots of pizzas. Lots of pizzas. I should get a pizza later. Lots of pieces over here, quite a lot, and you know, I'm just gonna count them all up because that's what this whole thing is about. And something that everyone should know: if you're trying to do this at home, I advise you not to. Trust me, there's a lot more ways you could be spending your time and actually enjoy it. This was almost kind of a nightmare for me to do, and there's been many times where I was thinking about not doing this at all. But I just, you know, something inside said, just keep going, man. Just keep doing it. Keep pushing forward. Don't give up. This is your dream, kind of. This is something that you wanted to know, and I mean, I'm sure there's like better ways of doing it. I probably did it like the really slow, like really stupid way. I'm sure that there's somebody out there who can figure out like a numerical system that would work in, you know, a grander scheme than me just taking 2 by 2 and counting them all up. And by the way, for anyone who wanted to know how long this took me a collection of 5-6 days to do. It took a long ass time, and I'm not kidding. And that's what I recorded everything. Everything's been recorded, and I had to fast speed because I didn't want to make a video of like 10,000 hours. So, you know, here we are. Almost done with Kroger's Toasted Oats here, and I think there should be enough. Yep, just enough. Great. Moving on to Simple Truth's Organic Toasted Oats. The same name. You know, I'm always wondering, how do these cereal companies try to figure out like what they should name it? Like, let's just name it a generic thing, like Toasted Oats. Like, that's so generic. You know, I mean, at least Oreos are trying, you know, and Cheerios, that's like I guess that's a British thing, because like British people say Cheerio, pip Cheerio. I've heard some British people say that. Although, granted, I haven't been in England in like 1,000 years. Actually, it's more like 5 years or 6 years. I don't know. I was only there briefly. It was like a connecting flight. I was going somewhere else, and so decided that I would just walk around because I had like a couple hours to spare. And I heard some people say pip Cheerio, and I thought, well, that makes sense why they would say that. You know, maybe the people who made this brand are from England. I don't know. There's more questions than answers with cereal. As with anything in life, there's always more questions than answers. It gets a little frustrating sometimes. I just want answers. Enough with the questions. Just give me the answers that I want. So it looks like so far, just by looking at it and counting it, feels like Simple Truth Organic may be slightly more, but I'm not sure. Maybe not. Maybe it's just an illusion. But no, regardless, all of the cereal took a long time to do. There was not one cereal that was like, oh, I'll do this in 5 minutes, done. No, it was painstaking, and it was hot. And the worst thing about doing this with food, especially food that you want to eat, is that you want to eat the food and you can't. And that's hard because I was hungry. And I can't eat the stuff that I'm counting because then I would screw up the count. So what am I going to do? So I had to eat other food that I didn't want to eat because I wanted to eat cereal. That's why I bought the cereal, guys. Do you understand the dilemma here that I was in? Why is life hard? Like, I don't understand. Who set the rules? Who makes these rules? And we have to follow these rules. And there's responsibilities, and there's bills, and there's taxes. And, you know, people reject you all the time. And just... I need a moment. I'm sorry, I needed to vent out a little bit. This was not easy to do, alright? I hope somebody out there appreciates that this work that I did it's for you guys. It was not for me. I mean, I don't know. What am I doing with my life? I don't know. But we're almost done here, and so we're gonna move on to the next thing. Alright, so once again, we have Apple Jacks, and then after which we've got Cheerios. I'm doing it all in alphabetical order. And then again, we have Oreos. And then we've got Kroger's Toasted Oats. And then, of course, Simple Truth Organic Toasted Oats. How original. How original. Don't know which came first. All right, so the calculations have been made. The numbers are in. And I'm not sure if you guys are as curious or if you guys are still around, but I'm just gonna tell you guys the numbers anyways, because that's what I did 7 days of doing this stuff for. Alright, so in 5th place we've got Oreos with 832. They're quite big, so it makes sense why they don't have as many. 4th place we've got Apple Jacks with 1,663. They're also kind of big, not as big as Oreos. 3rd place is Cheerios with 2,550 pieces. 2nd place, we've got Toasted Oats, Kroger's Toasted Oats with 2,877. And 1st place, can you guys guess how many? Simple Truth Organic Toasted Oats with 4,296. They just kind of blew everybody out of the water. So there you have it. But since we're, comparing stuff, I figured why not do price as well? So the price of everything is thusly. 4th place, Kroger's Toasted Oats with $2.25, the cheapest. In 3rd place is Oreos and Apple Jacks with $2.79. Both of them, that's how much they are. A little bit more expensive. They're both the same price. In 2nd place, we have Simple Truth's Organic Toasted Oats for $3.29. And 1st place is Cheerios, the most expensive with $4. Don't know why they're so expensive, but that's the way that prices work. I don't know. And I figured since we're on a roll, we might as well do how much everything weighs based on what it says on the box. So in 4th place, we have Cheerios weighing 8.9 ounce. In 3rd place, we have Apple Jacks weighing 10.1 ounce. In 2nd place, we've got Oreos weighing at 11 ounce. And 1st place is a tie because both the Toasted Oats weigh 12 ounce. Or is it ounce or ounces? I don't know. I'm not a mathematician, or a scientist, or a chemist for that matter. Anyhow, the last category is going to be least but not last, or last but not least, is taste. Now, this is all my personal preference. Feel free to disagree with me. But in 4th place, for me, personal preference, Simple Truth Organic Toasted Oats didn't really have a taste. Felt like I don't want to say eating cardboard, but, I've had cardboard, and cardboard's not too bad. In 3rd place, we've got Cheerios and Kroger's Toasted Oats, which kind of have a little bit of a taste. Like, it's more than the Simple Truth Organics Toasted Oats. I guess because it's not organic, so I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. 2nd place, we've got Oreos, which tastes okay, but I was a little disappointed because I was expecting them to taste like the Oreo cookie, which I love, and they didn't. So they lose points for that, like 100% lose points for that. But they had some taste, I guess, not like extra amazing. But 1st place are my good friends, the Apple Jacks, because they tasted great, and I love apples. And I'm sure there's people out here who, your number scheme would probably be different, your order of things would be different, and that's fine. Maybe you guys don't like apples, or maybe you guys don't like Jacks, or whatever. I don't judge, it's fine, and that's just this is just my personal preference. Again, feel free to disagree. And now again, these are only the cereals that I have at my disposal. It's not all the cereals in the whole world, because there's lots of other cereals out there that I like a lot, and lots of other cereals out there that I hate. So the mystery is finally solved. This is how many pieces are in each box, and go out there and get yourself some cereal and enjoy it, because I'm going to be enjoying every single one of these, because I'm starving.